I bet you're probably watching this week and thinking, man, this guy wears the same clothes every day. And I do have a lot of the same clothes, so I could. But I'm actually trying to record all these on the Sunday and schedule the posts out as part of being more productive for my week. And we'll go into that. But this evening, I wanted to talk to you about creative financing and more specifically on a deal that we have in Oklahoma City. And Monday, there was some posts about it or about the possibility of coming into a couple of them, and we have five there. And creative financing means a lot of things to a lot of different people. To me, creative financing is anything that is outside the norm of traditional financing. So you want to buy a house, you go put down your 5, 10%, 20% down. That's not really creative financing to me. Creative financing to me is putting a deal together that works for both parties, where for me, I don't have to put out as much or very little or any capital. So we have a deal that I haven't listed yet in Oklahoma City where um, basically what I've done is I've put an offer on to the people and they say they've accepted it. At this point, I'm still waiting for the paperwork to come back. By the time this is posted, hopefully it will be. And what I've done is it's an LLC who wants to get rid of some of their properties, not because they have to, but they're a little scared of COVID. So they want to have some cash in the bank and get rid of some of the properties. And then I'm thinking, okay, I don't understand that, and it doesn't make sense to me, but it is what it is, and I'll work with it. So in essence, I've sent them an offer stating I will give you 60% of the purchase price, and you hold the other 40% as a second lien position for up to a year, giving us time to do some repairs on the property and whatever like that. And what it does for them is it gives them a significant amount of capital, which is where their pain point was, or I shouldn't say pain point, their scared point was. And it gives me the ability to take it to any private lender and get 100% finance because they're holding the 40%. I need a loan for the 60%, and as a foreign national, I can get that. And it works out for both parties, and if something goes wrong, they'll take it back, obviously, and I don't expect it to go wrong because the numbers, I've vetted them, and there's more than enough room for rents to cover off all debt service, plus make it half decent cash flow per month for us. But that is where, for me, right now, and especially in the US on some of the deals, I'm seeing, I don't consider a logical thing. Now, everyone has their own things, and I also understand about wanting to have cash in the bank. That's never a bad thing. But to take a property, and for instance, let's say it's worth $600,000 market, and you'll sell it to me for $500,000 and hold a $200,000 second mortgage, so you're actually only getting $300,000 cash. You're losing out on $100,000. It doesn't make sense. But for me, when I make these bids, it makes sense to me, so that's what I do. And if they don't like it, that's fine. There's lots of deals out there. But to me, that's creative financing. It doesn't have to. There's no set thing like people say. Oh, creative financing is it? You don't put any of your money in. Well, that's not creative financing to me either. Sometimes you'll put your money in and have it come right back out, or stay in for a short amount of time and come back out. That's still creative. It's not a traditional financing where you put your 5% down, it stays in the property, and or that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's my long way of saying for creative financing. There's many different ways to look at it, and there's many different deals out there, and you're seeing some in Canada too. Right now, if you're willing to make the offer, you'll be surprised at what the sellers will do. We have one in North Vancouver that actually just went under contract last week, and the realtor said, "Hey, look, it's going under contract. Do you want to bid at it before it does?" And I said, "No, I'll go ahead." But it was something we brought in. We were discussing with potential partner to build it, and it was the lots there are 1.1 million, so they're not cheap. And I said to him, "Look, we'll come in, we'll give you 25% down. You allow a lender in first position, and we'll do the build, and we'll pay you off 25% each drop." And he said, "No, they'll look at that." And you know what? If it was closer to us, and we're in Kelowna, I would look at it. But I'm not super comfortable yet with myself about building a $3 million home in North Vancouver as a spec. It's just, I have to make my I have to do more research to make myself comfortable with it. But that's a big freaking amount of money for a spec property, in my opinion. I'm totally comfortable doing a $900,000, $800,000 spec in Kelowna because I know those will sell, and so. But anyways, it's up to you how creative you can get, and I will be sharing if some of these other ones close. I'll be sharing how they close, and you're going to go, wow. But there are no rules. You make your own rules, and that's up to you. You can ask for anything. People can always say no. I hope you have a great evening.